Welcome again to our weekly video. Hey, Tommy, what are you doing with your weekly video? What's the point of doing this? And why do it? Why all of a sudden do it while others are doing it? But I'll give you a good explanation why I'm doing this on a weekly basis. It's not easy to do this on a daily basis, but on a weekly basis, it's quite feasible for a purpose. That's what our topic today. This past few days, it has been very hot, honestly. Yesterday, when I did some errands, the heat is really, really bad that you feel like you're getting sick, and it's hot again. And I had noodles earlier, and it's really hot, so it really heat up. So I have to freshen myself up. So for this episode, it's our title is ePortfolio is Life. ePortfolio is life. If I go into that, a year ago, even before the pandemic, well, basically it started in late 2019 to early 2020, before the pandemic, before the lockdown, before the ECQ or enhanced community quarantine, there were plans. I was planning of starting a business magazine. It's a business magazine, but it did not push through. We were planning for a Boracay learning event to spur up the domestic tourism, because that time there was a pull out of foreign visitors. But it did not push through. So I was planning also some virtual events. It did not push through. But when I was assessing it, how come, Lord, all these planned projects, many of them canceled? Business magazine, learning events in Boracay, virtual events to start something for 2020. But when I was looking at it, how come it was canceled? And I realized our Creator has a great plan for us. And I was affirmed recently. Well, not just recently, but as I was taking some courses. I was affirmed. I was affirmed. And I was affirmed, of what thing? Of this one thing. This is what we called ePortfolio. ePortfolio. I used to read it as, I used to pronounce it as portfolio. And I realized I was corrected. It's not portfolio. It's a silent T, so portfolio. ePortfolio. It's quite saucy to hear the word portfolio. ePortfolio. So when I first heard it, I realized, now I understand why everything got cancelled. So everything happens for a purpose. That's why for this episode, let me repeat the title: ePortfolio is Life. ePortfolio is life. The life there is L.Y.F. That's the acronym I'm using right now. ePortfolio is life. And this is something I've been discovering. That's why, how do you know ePortfolio is important? As it was explained, I realize in this day and age, because of the digital world, because of the digital age, the best way for you to become marketable, employable, marketable, you need to have ePortfolio. It is something that the employers or clients can research about you online. So basically, let's say if they get to mention my name, Tommy Shane Nang. If they type my name in Google, this is what will come out. And I was so amazed. If you Google my name, this will come out, and it's my ePortfolio. The best way to introduce myself to clients, potential clients, is to have a ePortfolio. If you want to make yourself marketable, you have to work on your ePortfolio. So what's ePortfolio is life? Letter L. Linking through LinkedIn. linking through LinkedIn. You know, I have a LinkedIn account, but I did not really use until June last year, June 2020, because of this course. The course required me to use LinkedIn. There was this course on personal branding, there was a course on successful career development, but I did not take their advice seriously on to use LinkedIn until this one particular course where I'm forced to create my ePortfolio, emerging technologies. So I started using my LinkedIn again. Well, not again, but basically it's my first time to be intentional to use it. So I've been using it since June. So I've been active with it also, linking through LinkedIn. And I realized, the thing I like about LinkedIn is this. Unlike other social media, LinkedIn, you will meet people who are supportive of your success. Unlike other social media. In the other social media, it's so toxic. But in LinkedIn, people are supportive of your success. Linking through LinkedIn. That's L. So, that's something I discovered. If you want to have access with HR personals, LinkedIn's the best place. If you want to build business connections, LinkedIn's the best place. If you are selling something to potential clients, LinkedIn is a good place. Very professionalized. Linking through LinkedIn. If you want something less toxic and less toxic at the same time, you will learn a lot, LinkedIn. Linking through LinkedIn. ePortfolio's life. Letter Y, YouTubing yourself. YouTubing yourself. So, as I do the live right now, later I'll upload this in my Facebook page, public page, and YouTube, and hopefully LinkedIn also, because it's part of my ePortfolio. So, YouTubing yourself. Because, the thing about YouTube, one thing I like is at least the person is still alive. If you're watching this, you're alive. If you get to watch me, at least I'm alive. This is the best way to know if a person is still alive, basically. So if you get to watch me, at least I'm still alive. YouTubing yourself. So that's one way of showing yourself, making yourself marketable, employable, marketable. And last, letter F, freestyling with podcasts. Freestyling with podcasts. At first, the letter F I was thinking of is Facebook. But sadly, it's quite toxic to be there right now. The social media feed in Facebook is quite toxic. So, Facebook is still good. I still use Facebook, but it's quite toxic right now. But freestyling with podcasts. I do podcasts twice a week. I publish 2 episodes of podcasts every week. I now have 129 episodes since July last year. Since July 2020. Why do it? Going back, ePortfolio is life. It's one way of building yourself, making yourself visible to potential clients, if not potential clients, potential employers. ePortfolio is life. Letter L is linking to LinkedIn. I strongly recommend use your LinkedIn, get connected, build your network there. Why? YouTubing yourself. Not necessarily YouTube. It can be TikTok. It can be IG Live. But I just use YouTubing yourself because YouTube is quite popular. Just for me, just to use letter Y. So YouTubing yourself. And last, freestyling with podcasts. It has been recommended the best way for you to make yourself marketable, to market yourself or your services or whatsoever. Do podcasts, freestyling with podcasts. And that's our episode for today. Thank you for joining me. And I hope this helps. See you again next week. God bless.